Fellas, we made it.
Yeah.
We made it. It is football season.
We survived the off season.
Yes. Fall camp, day 1, year 2 of Coach Prime in Boulder. Of course, as always, RK, Jake, and our guy Uncle Neely, who was on the scene for practice today. Take us in.
First, starting with the team meeting this morning, Coach Prime really set the tone before we even got out here. I'm gonna tell you, man, strength and conditioning is one thing, but when it's football practice, you see that you're still not quite in football shape. And some of the best performers from strength and conditioning were, like, oh man, I'm gassed. So it's gonna still take a moment. But overall, man, I love the energy from each and every unit. As we always talk about who won today, early on defense has that advantage, and it showed up today.
When you look at day 1 of last year compared to this year, I mean, how striking are the differences in terms of just the team's togetherness and what you saw out there?
As I watched today's practice, I did not even consider that until now. So great damn question, Jake. And as I ponder on it, man, it's night and day. Just the energy that they came out on the field with. Everybody has a swagger about them. Everybody was excited to be out here. You can still tell there's some enthusiasm that's going to be unleashed when we get the pads on.
Yeah.
Because there was a little chippiness today, a little, couple little skirmishes, if you will. We had none of that the first spring, none of that the first fall camp of the summer, and now you already had it on day 1 because people know, like, that linebacker room is crowded. You got people fighting for positions now. They want to make the most of their reps. So today's energy compared to this team last year, night and day.
Speaking of the linebacker room, we talked to Trever Woods afterwards, and you asked him about his pick, and he basically said, which one?
Yeah.
2-pick day for Trever. What did you see from him out there, and do you remember which team he was with when he made those plays?
Staub was quarterbacking, so he was with the ones, but going against the 2 offense. One thing about Trever, and I think he said it during his presser, he can hide now.
Yeah.
The offense used to look, see where he was, and do what they're going to do based on him. Now he's moving around in linebacker, and he's freelancing. Came up with 2 interceptions today. And I love the weight he's put on. I love the way he moves with this new weight. He's going to be in that lineup, man.
We also spoke to Coach Flea today. I guess my question, who was working out as RB1?
It was so interchangeable when it got going. As far as, here's how we identify one. Who's on the field with Shador. Like, that's the standard.
Yes.
And there was a couple of them that got reps, with him today. When they got out there and they were doing some 7-on-7 stuff, you saw some success. I saw more success in the passing game with the receivers, though. Like, Wester is as advertised. He's like he plays on the game. He's like that out here. So even though I think the defense won the day, there were some exceptional bright spots with the offense with Wester and Travis.
I got a text last night that said, is LaJohntay Wester as nice in real life as he is in the game? So yeah, there's your answer.
He is. And speaking of the game in real life, today I have nicknamed Will Shepard R1 because that's the button I hit when I'm on to him, and he never lets me down.
I love it.
Let's go.
The question everyone wants to know, who was the player of the day on each side?
I'm going to go with Trever Woods on defense. Defense overall was good, man. Herman Smith made some plays. You had a couple of linebackers make some plays, like Bentley. But I'm going to go with Trever because of the 2 interceptions and because he's now fully immersed in his new position. And on offense, give me Wester.
There you go.
I guess last thing for me, just the size of this team.
Yeah.
That was what kind of stood out for me as I just looked out here. I don't remember a time when I looked out on this practice field and saw a team that looks that big out there.
They are big. It's one of the things I'd like to say to Coach Prime this year compared to last year. They look like a football team. Yeah. Now it's just a matter of getting the installs down and executing, but they get off the bus now looking like a collegiate football team. Gone are those comments where you heard people last year, oh, damn, they're small. Like, look at those little guys. That's over with, man. This D-line, this O-line, there's some big boys.
All right, there you go. Day 1 in the books. We will be here after every practice. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like the video and subscribe.